to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. And this is the kind of game college football fans love, because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Flames will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Lewis. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Blue Hens offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have the...
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's LeBoy. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game, offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. So Liberty's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes when guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager. That's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Flames can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Takes the handoff. That's great. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Flames will have it 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's great. Brings him to the open. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The short hands, it's Mobley. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Basco. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. They knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Sets up the screen. At the 35, he's open. Bust through behind his pad. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And break tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
And the Blue Hens have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to go up top. He's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. And that is the final play of the quarter. And guys, Liberty has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Oh, and the attempt is no good. So the score remains 3-0.
And that kind of tells you how the season's gone for this squad. Just whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, now it's the special teams, missing a makeable kick. It's been that kind of year.
Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up third and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Silver. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run, finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
That's caught. It's LeBoy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Hens trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Blue Hens! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, that field shrinks. You've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to, let them make plays, make it look like run. All the big boys on the field, slip that tight end out, find him, he'll do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plows through the defense. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air, it's Basco. Finds his tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Flames are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Builds the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Wants to throw on third down. Unleashes one. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Gets open down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Off the play fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block on back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for room. It's great. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blue. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Flames send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looking for space. It's Silver. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
this running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He's in open space downfield. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Got room to work. Turning it on. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
A good break there as the penalty gives them the third down conversion. And the Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He'll keep it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, interesting play call on third and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Wide open downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Try to get it to the edge. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offense. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now they'll run the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And what a great job by the defense getting penetration quickly, forcing the running back to get outside to try to make that thing go wide, which that's what you want as a defense. When they run the draw, they want you to run up the field, and you run right up the middle. Good job by the defense getting some penetration to throw off the running back early.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play-action fake. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Flames decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You've got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up get some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. The corners are walked up tight. On fourth down, going to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
To the air on second down. That's caught. It's LeBoy. Pushed down for the tackle.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Got enough for the first. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Blue Hens are marching down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Patterson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. Makes a connection. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one is perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
How about picking up the 1st down with the fullback? He's not just a brute who knocks people out of the way for the fancy running back. He can make plays, too.
They use all the athletes on the field, including fullbacks. Fullbacks are athletes, too, Reese.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Flames with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Runs through a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Runs through the tackle, and he picks up the 1st down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Running into the open space. Got enough for the 1st. Smashes through the tackle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Flames kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Liberty!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that 1st drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Hold on. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Kelly. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Look out, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This almost certainly to win the game. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. Absolutely center cut. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Vasco. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.